The Ego's Currency in the Prison of Dreams. G.I.L.T. Series Part 8 of 10. We close Part 7 by cancelling the group subscription that calls itself Justice, so now we step into the marketplace that keeps the prison running. Not the courtroom. The exchange. The mint. The place where the ego prints value that buys nothing real. In the prison of dreams, the economy is psychological. You don't spend dollars, you spend belief, and the exchange rate is set by specialness. A grievance is a coin in this market. A sacrifice is a high-denomination bill. A scrap of validation from the right person is a rare metal to be hoarded in secret. Every nod of approval, every calculated apology, every "I'm disappointed in you" is minted as legal tender inside the mind's walls. The warden and the banker are the same voice. It sets today's price for peace and hikes it tomorrow. Inflation is policy, not accident, because when the cost of peace keeps rising, you keep working for it. And if you keep working for peace, you won't notice peace was never for sale. This is why the ego loves ledgers. It loves scoreboards, histories and accounts receivable labeled, "You owe me." It loves tabs kept open in relationships and receipts hoarded in memory. The more accounting you do, the more real the market feels. The Course warned us already. Guilt feelings are the preservers of time. Time is the escrow account where unpaid debts pretend to live. Preserve the debt and you preserve the past as collateral. Preserve the past and the market stays open. Look at the product line on the shelves. Comparison is the copper coin that keeps the register clinking all day. Special love and special hate are the two faces of the same bill. Praise buys attention at a discount in the morning and sells humiliation at a premium by night. Silence becomes a tax. Suffering becomes a chip to cash in later. Look at what I endured, so now you must pay. Even goodness is packaged and marked up. Acts of kindness are wrapped with barcodes, so they scan as claims against your brother's future. This is not generosity. This is merchandising. And every aisle is labeled love in order to sell guilt at the register. The banker does not just print money, it engineers scarcity. It whispers that worth is low in supply, that attention is rationed, that love must be earned by labor and protected by fear. Scarcity creates demand. Demand justifies price. Price guarantees toil. And toil keeps the prisoner too busy to notice the door is unlocked. The market offers futures and derivatives too. Futures are the anxious plans you trade for a sense of control. Derivatives are resentments based on rumors of what might happen if you stop performing. The payoff is always promised later. The cost is always collected now. When you try to retire on this portfolio, you discover the nest egg is made of smoke. The miracle does not give you better coins. It declares the currency invalid. It does not reprice the debt. It reveals there was no debt. It does not negotiate a payment plan for peace. It shows peace cannot be purchased because peace is what you are. That is why miracles feel like economic collapse to the ego. The illusion central bank loses its mandate the moment value is recognized as shared and infinite. Love and guilt cannot coexist, and to accept one is to deny the other. The market runs only when guilt is accepted as real collateral. Withdraw that collateral and the exchange shutters without a fight. Let's walk the trading floor and name the instruments. Apologies can be clean currency when they confess error and return to truth without self-attack. But the ego counterfeits apologies into promissory notes that keep guilt accruing interest. See how sorry I am becomes, please let me keep paying forever. Forgiveness can be the great jubilee when it rests on innocence. But the ego counterfeits forgiveness into store credit. Fine, I forgive you, but the balance remains on account. That is not release. That is a layaway plan for punishment. Attention is a common coin here. When given freely, it shines. When traded for safety, it tarnishes. The child learns the exchange early. Be good and you get love. Disappoint me and you lose it. The lesson is not goodness. The lesson is money laundering. Love is laundered through fear until both feel indistinguishable. The adult repeats the trade without knowing why. This is why romance turns into accounting so quickly. Dates become invoices. Favors become bonds. Secrets become blackmail. The monthly statement arrives disguised as, "Where is this relationship going?" What if the only honest answer is home? Home to the place where nothing is owed. Home to the fact that love extends and therefore cannot be priced. The course slices clean through the most ornate contracts. No real relationship can rest on guilt or even hold one spot of it to mar its purity. If guilt is in the foundation, it is not a relationship. It is a market stall. And the stall owner will smile while weighing your heart on a rigged scale. The ego's central bank also issues emergency loans. These are the panicked bargains you make at 3 a.m. with a frightened mind. I will never ask for that again if I can just feel safe. I will stay small if you will not leave me. These loans fund a smaller and smaller life. The interest is paid in joy. The collateral is your voice. Default is guaranteed because the terms oppose your nature. Guilt is always disruptive. It disrupts sight, which is why the market thrives in low light. Guilt makes you blind, for while you see one spot of guilt within you, you will not see the light. Blind traders follow loud voices. Loud voices follow fear. Fear follows the price ticker as if it were prophecy. The miracle opens the windows. Price becomes light. Ticker becomes silence. And in that silence, the only valuation left is what God placed in you as Himself. You remain as God created you. In that remembrance, the whole exchange loses oxygen. Here is how to stop spending without becoming careless or cruel. First, identify the invoice. Say quietly, "This is guilt being sold as love. This is fear marketed as responsibility. This is separation wrapped in loyalty." Naming ends the trance because the market depends on mislabeled goods. Second, cancel the autopay. When memory tries to draft your account, refuse the charge. There can be no case against a child of God, and every witness to guilt in God's creations is bearing false witness to God Himself. If there is no case, there is no court, no sentence, no debt, and no currency. Third, choose correction over punishment in real time. When a mistake occurs, correct the thought and repair the form you can repair, but do not pay with self-attack. What is truly blessed is incapable of giving rise to guilt and must give rise to joy. Correction that ends in joy is guidance. Correction that ends in guilt is salesmanship. Fourth, stop shorting your brother. Every time you bet on his guilt, you leverage your own. With everyone whom you release from guilt, great is the joy in heaven. Joy is the only dividend worth collecting because it enriches both without diminishing either. Fifth, audit the portfolio called me. How much of your identity is built on assets that vanish when no one is watching? How many stories only have value when the market is open? Let them delist. They never traded in truth. The prisoner asks, "If I stop using the currency, what will I live on?" On what you have always lived on what you are. Peace is not income, it is inheritance. Love is not a paycheck, it is presence. Worth is not a valuation, It is creation. The ego will stage a crash to scare you back into the exchange. It will shout that an economy without guilt collapses into chaos. But the only collapse you will experience is the collapse of the lie. When the ticker goes dark, the sun is still shining. When the register stops ringing, birds are still singing. When the vault opens to nothing, your heart opens to everything. This is the demonetization of the dream, not poverty. Plenty without price. You will not go broke when you stop paying for illusions. You will go free. Tomorrow, Part 9 turns to false forgiveness, the store credit that keeps the market alive by pretending to close accounts while keeping the balance on file. We will expose the refund scams, the chargebacks of shame, and the warranties that say maybe later, where truth says now. And as always, we will keep only what cannot be sold: joy.